Hi guys, it's Chris Cartlett here for DJTechTools.com, and I'm joined by Alan Smithson, the CEO of Smithson Martin.
Very good.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
So what we're here today for is the unveiling of the Smithson Martin KS-1974.
Indeed, the Control Surface 1974. This is the first time we've shown this in public, so we're pretty excited to show you guys what we can do.
Absolutely. So what is it about the 1974 that really makes it, I guess, stand out in the market? Because it's not a base level consumer product.
No, it's definitely not. It's not something like some of the MIDI controllers that are coming out that are made of plastic and are kind of meant to be disposable, renewable every couple of years. This is a product that we took some time and we took the absolute best touchscreen we could find, and we put it with beautiful end caps that are made out of wood. The whole frame is actually made out of wood, and the touchscreen itself is made out of steel and glass. So it's a really heavy-duty unit that you're going to have for years to come, rather than just something you buy and throw away like today's some of today's MIDI controllers.
And to that end, there's no computer inside it, so there's no audio interface inside it. That is to make sure that, as you say, you can upgrade with it and work with it.
Absolutely. Most people have their own computer, they have their own software that they're using, they've got their own audio cards. We decided that it's better not to try to bundle a bunch of things and then have people say, well, I don't want that, change the prices. We just want one amazing product. Uses plug and play, it's USB, and either VGA or HDMI. You just plug it in and away you go. I think we're already seeing a vast change in the way people perform on things. Even lighting controllers all have single touch things to control different parts of the software. And our modular software, which we're announcing tomorrow, will allow users to make their own layout. So you can make a layout for whatever you want. You could have all faders, you could have a rotary layout, you can have anything you want, and that will allow you to then interact and make a multi-touch controller for any MIDI software. So if you're using lighting, if you're using video, you're using DJ tools, you're using Pro Audio DAWs, whatever your thing is, you can make it multi-touch, and that's what our software does. In particular, you can use our software with any hardware. The reason why we came out with the KS-1974 is because we tested an enormous amount of different hardwares, and the truth is none of them work perfectly. They all have either glitches, or they're only two-touch, or you do two-touch and the third time you touch something goes wrong. We tested so many and there was just always a flaw, and then when we finally got this one, we were playing, I was fully expecting it to not to have problems, and it didn't have any problems. It was flawless, and that's why we decided to work with this company and make this the KS-1974. The way Emular works is you have your underlying software, whether it be Tractor, Ableton, Virtual DJ, Serato. Some people just made a layout for FL Studio. Somebody just made one for Logic. You take your underlying software, throw Emulator on top. You cut holes where you need to see the underlying software, and I think that's where it distinguishes itself from an iPad. Because an iPad, you've got a controller, sure, and you've got to look up to your computer to see what's going on. And the surface is just not big enough. This is the equivalent of 3.5 iPads, so the surface area. So you can do whatever you want. You've got your heads-up display right there. For studios, it's great because you can have multiple channel things, you can assign different pages. And the cool thing, one of the neat performance things that we put in there was you can actually put animated GIFs as your buttons, and you can also do transparent PNGs, so you can have different buttons on different layers and stuff like that. So, and you can have up to 6 pages of buttons and faders and knobs and things. There's an XY pad, so I mean, there are people right now working with 3 and 4 iPads, and I know there's one guy, the Kid DJ, actually, he's awesome. He's a young kid, he's 15 years old, and he's doing a lot of great things right now, but he's working with 4 iPads, and he's just frustrated because every time you get to your gig, you've got to configure 4 iPads, plus your laptop, and so you're looking at 4 different things, 5 different things, and then you still have to have a hardware mixer, whereas this, everything's in one good-sized unit, so you can have everything you need at your fingertips, not have to worry about any other hardware. The wood brings us back to the way things used to be. Everybody loves the Moog keyboards, and everybody loves these beautiful pieces. It's not just about a tool that you can throw on a DJ table and everybody can buy. We want this to have a certain bit of exclusivity and a bit of pride in the fact that when you put this down and people see it, everybody goes, wow. And I mean, we've played this in a number of gigs, and everybody wants to come up and see it. And what is that thing? And having the wood combined with the the futuristic touchscreen, you've kind of got like the retro futuristic thing going on, and The other thing that we never mentioned is that, you know, a lot of mixers, you know, if you pour your drink in it, it's done. It's ruined. This, you can pour your drink on it; it'll roll right off the front. I don't recommend you pour your drink on your electronics, but if you know, if a drink accidentally spills, you just wipe it off and away you go. Similar to our other emulator products.
Okay.
So I think, you know, the dust is not going to get in it. You're not going to, the way it's designed, everything just rolls off. You're not going to have to worry about any of those problems. So it really is the last MIDI controller you'll need.
Okay, so finally, I guess let's talk price of the loading.
Okay, the street price is going to be $24.99, and that's going to come with a UDG bag, and then it's hardwired, so you're never going to forget your wires. It's all hardwired into the unit, so you don't have to worry about forgetting cables and stuff. It's all like an old thing from the 70s, like an old mixer from the 70s. It's all wired in.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much for talking to us, Alan. It's a lovely piece of equipment,
thanks,
and I think it's got a very specific target market that it will really appeal to. So thanks very much.
Thank you very much.